The methodology chapter is one of the most important part in your dissertation. It allows readers to evaluate the reliability and validity of the research. In this video, you'll learn how to write a strong methodology with 4 simple steps. Hi, I'm Rakhmah from English Education Department, here to help you achieve your academic goals. Step 1. Explain your methodological approach. What was your research problem and what type of data did you need to answer it? Did you aim to describe the characteristic of something, to gain more in-depth understanding of topic, or to establish a cause and effect relationship? Next, what type of data did you have to collect to achieve that aim? Did you need quantitative data which express in number or qualitative data expressed word? Did you collect primary data by yourself or use secondary data that was already collected by someone else? Step 2. Describe your methods of data collection. Now, you've introduced your overall approach. You can move on to giving full details of the research method you use. Here's an idea of what you should include in general: the sampling method or criteria you use to select participants or source, the tools, procedure, and materials you use to gather data, how you measure your variable, especially in quantitative and experimental research. You should give enough detail for it to be replicated by another researcher. So, let's say we're researching the opinions of company's customer and we collect our data through surveys. A paragraph from our methodology chapter might do something like this. The example here describes what type of questions were asked, where, when, and how the survey was conducted. Here, it describes the sampling method used to select participant sample size and response rate. Also, note that we write the methodology chapter in the past tense because the research has already been conducted. Don't worry if you're not using your face. You can use another method. Step 3. Describe your methods of analysis. In this step, you should describe how you process and analyze the data. Avoid going into too much detail here, so don't start presenting or discussing any of the results. For quantitative methods, we're dealing with numbers, so we might describe the data preparation before analyzing. Software that were used to analyze the data with statistical method were used. So here, we've described how we prepare the data by checking for missing data and outliers. We use the statistical software SPSS to analyze the data, and the statistical method used was a paired test. For qualitative methods, we're focusing on word, so your analysis will be based on language, images, and interpretation. You might describe how you went about categorizing the responses to identify recurring themes and patterns. Step 4. Evaluate and justify your methodological choices. Your methodology should make the case for why you chose this particular method, especially if you did not take the most standard approach to your topic. Discuss why other methods were not suitable for your objectives and show how this approach contributes new knowledge or understanding. You can acknowledge limitations or weaknesses in the approach you choose, but justify why these were outweighed by the strengths. Now, we can step up our game. Here are a few tips to make your methodology chapter even better. Focus on your objectives and research questions. Show why your method suits your objectives and convince the reader that you choose the best possible approach to answering your problem statement and research questions. Strengthen with your methodology by referencing existing research that uses similar methods, or citing methodological literature that support your choices. If you encountered by difficulties in collecting or analyzing data, explain how you dealt with the difficulties. Show how you minimize the impact of any unexpected obstacles. Now, you're fully equipped to write a research methodology. And thank you for watching.